Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. It's your girl Tiana. Alright, so the last time I did a video, I spoke about the challenges I faced as a university student, working and being a mother, and just all the things that I had to do and how hard it was and is for me to navigate university. I'm in my final leg now. Like, I'm just dying out here. I can't wait to be finished. But I'm in my final leg. Like, I literally have maybe a semester and a summer to do, because I think I probably failed a course. I don't know, but let's see how that goes. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you fail and you pass, and that is how you know that you're a human. I mean, not to say that if you don't fail you're not human, but it's just a lot of persons don't like to talk about their failures in university or anything at all. People just like to talk about the good things them. And for me talk about everything. If I fail, I just fail. It's not something that you're proud of, but if it is what it is, if that is what the reality is, then that's just what it is. But today's video, I will be talking about I'll be giving some tips, some things that I've used to navigate university, and some things that I wish I knew when I took up this thing on my head, because I don't know which donkey kicked me when we go to university in my old age. But I'm just glad that I had the opportunity to go, and that I'm surviving it. I'm almost finished, and yeah, I just want to give God thanks. All right, so my first tip, and these tips are not in any order. I just wrote them down as they came to me, and I didn't get a chance to sort them. But the first tip is reading early. Start reading early. So a lot of persons like to procrastinate and wait until exam time to start running upon them and go like idiot. But and I'm guilty. Start reading early. From school starts, you just start reading. Each week you cover a chapter. Right? Read. Read before you go lecture. Read when I come from lecture, and read in the weekend. And by reading, you don't have to spend hours to read. 10 minutes, just read something, because I wish I had done that. It's because of the whole thing, work and this and that, and every time I get free. Sometimes the only time I get to read I win exam, to be honest. And that has really, it really burned me, because what that has caused for me is that sometimes I fail, or sometimes I don't get as good of a grade as if I would have started reading a bit earlier. You understand me? My second tip is, well, I just said it, read ahead of lectures. So you're starting to read early and you're reading ahead of lectures. Reading ahead of lectures is good, because you get to open up your mind to what is to come. And if there's something that you don't understand, when you read, you get a chance to ask the questions in that lecture, where sir or ma'am where sir ma'am will be actually lecturing the particular lecture, instead of waiting until the other week when another topic is going to be discussed, and they really can't stay upon it because they have to rush to do another topic. So reading ahead familiarizes with the topic, so that when lecturers start talking, it sound absolutely fine and you can actually follow. Complete assignments before tutorials, even if it is not your week to present. All right, so I don't know how it is done at other universities, but for Youre we have 2 hours of lecture and 1 hour of tutorial, right? And usually each week there's a presenter. I do reading courses, so each week there's a presenter, so somebody comes up and actually presents on a particular topic, right? It could be the topic that you learned in the previous lecture, right? So what I'm trying to say here is, even if it is not your week to present, read still, so that when the person is presenting, you are able to offer constructive criticism, you're able to add to the topic, and you're able to follow. Because if you don't read, them can't up there read a chat foolishness, a present foolishness. You can't know, because you never read, you never did any research on the topic, you don't even know what the hell they're talking about. And when the tutor asks you to assess the presentation, you can't, because you don't have a grasp of what they would have been presenting on. Alright, other one is, don't wait until last minute to start studying and completing assignments. So I really covered that in the first point as well. For me, when I start from the semester start, I go into Google Docs and I create a Google Doc for all of my assignments. So even if I'm not gonna put content in there, I create the document, and as I go along, I would put things in. You know, you start off your essays by defining and conceptualizing and all of that. So that's an easy something for do. You just put that in, get your introduction in place and whatever, and then you go ahead now to read material in order to prepare the literature. Choose a group member as well. Sometimes you really can't help yourself because you see people in a classroom, you don't get the opportunity to learn or to interact with them before you choose them as a group member. But if you know people from a previous class or a previous lecture, choose a group member as well, because trust me, I've had situations where I'm in a group and I end up having to do the bulk of the work, or I either have to turn the leader or something where I am instructing persons as to what to do so I can know what I want. I always create a Google Doc and encourage everybody to put in the information as we go along so that everybody else can see, because a lot of times we think, oh, we are doing the world a good, and we're really not. When persons read the document or read whatever we put in there, it just don't make any sense. And if you had put it in there before, we would have been following and saying, no girl, remember say roops, kudu, see if you can check that, do your thing, whatever. You understand? And sometimes it's really about structuring. Sometimes you write some things that just don't structure well. If another person sees it, they'll be able to assist, because you know what you want to say and you think it is, but it's really not. It's not that clear. So study individually and also in groups. A lot of persons will tell you that them can't study by themselves, can't study not at all. Somebody have to do that quiz them, somebody have to do it with them and whatever. For me, I am a little bit of both. I study in groups well when I actually have a grasp of the material. If I don't know anything, I don't really want to study with it, because you're going to ask me questions I can't answer. You're going to tell me things that I'm not sure about. I can't confirm if that is true, and that is a no-no. That is not a good idea. If I'm going to be studying in a group, I have to at least have a grasp of the material. Usually I'm studying by myself because I study at nights and on weekends, and a lot of persons are not that type of studier. You understand? So you choose what works for you, and if both of them can work, go ahead. Study when you're most alert. So a lot of persons call themselves morning persons and night persons. You know when is good for you, when you're adrenaline a rush, when you're calm and whatever. Choose the best time for you. Some persons study better in the morning when I'm just wake. Do that. If it is that is nighttime, when I only hear the twinkle them and I out of the door, do that as well. Just find the time that is most convenient to you and do your thing, because trust me and believe, girl, sometimes me the library and me no I learn no time. Me just a drop asleep. So I read and I keep on a reread the same passage, and I can't remember that I read it because I'm not focused, I'm not in, I'm just distracted. Alright? Don't eat too much before you study. Niggeritis is real here. You go to the door, you eat a big slush, you coming back and the AC I lick you, or the fan breeze and whatever, you just gone in your bed. Yeah, I'm too enough time. So pace yourself when you eat. Sometimes me get gas because me I say me don't want to eat now, yeah, and then go get comfortable and uneasy or whatever the case and drop asleep. So you have to pre that. Just be careful of how you eat. For me, extracurricular activities, you have to pre that as well, because like I keep saying and I will forever say, I am a mother, I am a student, I am an employee, and just the other day I was nominated LGBT community leader, because every Naka J flag, I am there. I support everybody. Anybody want to talk, me daddy. Me just I do everything. I don't like to let people down. If you say you want to talk, make a talk, and you have to manage. So it's not really just, I don't know what the hell is going on in my clothes, but something that itch me. And yes, my beard. Right, so I don't know. I don't know. You have to determine what's most important for you at any given time. You understand? You can't just study, so, but yet still you can't just do other things. And extracurricular activities don't just mean like sporting and whatever the case. anything can be extracurricular. If you spend too much time on your phone, that is considered an extracurricular activity for me, because you're spending all that contact time with your phone. You're now putting the time to study or to read and I mean, when it's studying, you know, I feel like sometimes you can just read, you know, and just to keep it fresh in your mind. Mark you guys, me never do none of them something, yeah. So I be a B and see me up at Youre. I'm not afraid for talk. And I can't get the bag is. The reality is my life, I have a lot of things doing. So me I know one of them A student there. And I'm not ashamed. Don't do that. Go and go to get them A's. Don't be like me. Alright. YouTube videos. Listen, a lot of times I don't know blank about a topic, but YouTube know everything. YouTube have a video for everything. Google it. You want to learn about democracy? Google that shit. You want to talk about globalization? And these things are fresh in my mind because I just did an essay about globalization. I read about democracy for do one exam. I'm really hope and pray. So God smile upon me. Ever going to one exam yet and look on the paper and be like, what? Did I even do this course? As somebody feel I'm my last 2 exams, I'm not lying. And then one of my assignments was a group work, and we were supposed to submit for a particular time, and we did not meet the deadline. So we were supposed to submit between 1 to 3. I got there at 3:05. Not my fault totally. It's a group effort, and one of the group members, her part never made no sense. And in an effort not to kick her out of the group, we tried to salvage what was left. It's 2 of us in the group, and the other 2 of us tried to salvage what she had done. And then when she said can't salvage, we just create one whole part for herself, and we just, you know, it was a literature review that we were supposed to do. Each of us are supposed to do 3 different literature reviews, and we were supposed to put our ID numbers to show or to indicate who did what. So when she do fair part, we just left our ID number down there. We do a whole part for she, and then the 2 put her ID number. Because, I mean, you never do work. You thought you did it, but you didn't. And we had to be there to read over the sections that she was assigned, because at the end of the day, it is a group effort, and if she do foolishness, all the way I go down the drain. You understand? So that's another thing with group work. Even when you give out the parts, you have to also know about those parts, so that when you review, you can say, yeah, at this for true or at that for true or whatever. If you don't know anything about the parts, you don't know how to assess it. So even though it is assigned to somebody else, and you would hope that they would have done their research and whatever they're putting in the document is the truth, don't trust that. Pre for yourself. So it's really a lot of things. You pre for yourself and make sure say what they have actually is. Right? I think that is the end of my tips. For the persons who did not watch my previous video to see where this is stemming from, go ahead and check that out. Also, please remember to subscribe to my channel, to like it, and to also leave us a comment. Alright? Until next time, bye.